Okay, so this is the second video of JLPT N5 crash course. In this video, we need to cover Handakuten and Dakuten of hiragana first, and then we'll move to the katakana script. Okay, so I hope that you have already learned all the hiraganas which we discussed in the first video, and now you remember all the hiraganas by heart. Okay, so before we move to the katakana chart, it's very important that we learn the Dakuten and Handakuten of hiragana. Okay, so before we move, we should know what is Dakuten and Handakuten. So it's an advanced topic of hiragana, but it's very easy. Dakuten and Handakuten basically increases the number of sounds of hiragana characters. So suppose if I want to say ba in hiragana, do you remember any character we discussed for ba? No, right? So for this, to increase the number of vowels, to increase the number of words or alphabets, we use Dakuten and Handakuten. Okay, so Dakuten means two small lines above any hiragana character, means it's Dakuten, and if there is a small circle above any hiragana character, it means it's Handakuten. It's very simple. So in your screen now, you can see the Handakuten and Dakuten chart. So here you can see some small characters, like we discussed, two small lines or a circle, a small circle, right? So if there are two lines, it is Dakuten, and the H line, the ha words become ba. So ha becomes ba, he becomes b, he becomes be, and so on. Okay, and now for the k line, ka becomes ga, ki becomes ki, ko becomes go, and so on. So basically, Dakuten is increasing the number of words or alphabets present in the hiragana chart, and they are very important. So you must remember Dakuten and Handakuten concept. Okay, and now coming to Handakuten, it's a small circle above a hiragana character. So if there is a small circle, it changes the sound to P. Like ha becomes pa, he becomes p, he becomes pe, and so on. So I hope Dakuten and Handakuten are very much clear to you. They're very easy. They just increase the number of alphabets so that there are good number of alphabets present, and we can use any word we want to. Okay, so now moving to the katakana chart. And katakana, we have already discussed, is used when we want to use some English word in Japanese. Okay, so whenever we want to use a word that is present in English and is used in Japanese, then for those words katakana is used. So now on your screen, there is a katakana chart, and this is the katakana chart which you need to remember. It's again very simple. It again follows the same pattern of hiragana chart in a, e, u, e, o. It's not at all difficult. You just need to remember all these katakana characters so that you are familiar with them, and when they come in the exam, you are able to read and solve the questions. So a, e, u, e, o, then ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, sa, shi, su, se, so, and so on. So this is typically like another version of hiragana characters, but used for different purpose. Okay, so you just need to remember all this, and there is nothing to explain in it. It's very easy. Okay, so I hope this is very much clear to you and you don't have any doubt. This is the basic katakana chart, and before we move to the next video in which we will discuss some basic introduction, I highly recommend you to complete the hiragana chart and katakana chart with their Dakuten and Handakuten. It's very important. It's a prerequisite. Okay, so now we should move to the Handakuten and Dakuten of hiragana. Again, they are same. There is no change in it. It's same. Here ka becomes ga, ki becomes gi, sa becomes za, right? And so becomes zo, ta becomes da. When coming to Handakuten, ha becomes pa, he becomes pi, he becomes pe. It's again same. There is nothing new in it. It's very same. It's totally same when coming to the concept. Okay, but yes, the scripts are different. Hiragana and katakana are different scripts, so you need to remember both the scripts so that you are ready for the JLPT N5 prerequisites, and then we can further move to the introduction. And another thing, that we have discussed the best way to learn the hiragana and the katakana chart. If you want to know the best way, then there is a link in the description of our JLPT N5 exclusive content. You can consider checking that.